Hello and welcome to the Lisper Podcast. Once again, I am your host, Tyrone, and today's episode is actually being recorded. I'm actually recording this episode for YouTube. That's right, I'm recording it. It's going to be on YouTube, but for all of you people that still listen to audio, it's still going to be on the audio, on Spotify or whatever. But for my people who want to watch it on YouTube, I'll give you the link in my bio. Not in my bio, on my social medias or whatever, or I'll text it to you, or you'll see it, you'll find it, okay? It's on my YouTube channel. I'll give you all you're going to find the shit, all right? But today's episode is sponsored by Heineken. That's right, it's brought to you by Heineken 1800 because 1800 tequila is what I drink and Heineken is what I am currently drinking. As you can see and as you can hear, the bottles clinking. You hear that? That's the clink of the Heineken bottles. But anyway, fuck that. Today's episode is called The Boat List, okay? You know how you had the GOAT list, greatest of all time? Well, I have the BOAT list, and BOAT stands for the bummiest of all time, the bitchiest of all time, the bustest of all time, the bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good of all time, okay? The baddest, okay? And right now I'm going to talk about professional wrestling. That's right, this is the BOAT list of wrestling. This is the BOAT list of wrestling. This is the... All right, that's enough. Okay. So I'm going to just get right into it. And I know this about to make a lot of y'all wrestling fans mad. A lot of y'all wrestling fans going to be mad and possibly a little bit salty. But I don't care. This is my list. And like I said, anybody who got a problem with anything I say, they can see me. I want the smoke. I want the smoke on Instagram. I want the smoke on Facebook. I want the smoke on TikTok. I want the smoke. If you know me, you can text the smoke to my phone. You can call wherever you want to combat this list. Come on with it. And if you really want to get greasy, you can be a guest on the podcast and you can come on here and combat everything I say. I do not lose. I'm the champ. I'm the number one, okay? So I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated in my disputes. Y'all know it. I show it and I never ever blow it. What? It's like, no, but anyway, I'm going to start off this list by saying the whole motherfucking ECW is on the BOAT list. That's right. And before y'all go saying, no, ECW is the shit. ECW, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. All the bullshit y'all going to say that I know y'all going to say. Think about this. It was a whole entire company. A whole entire company. Wrestling company, right? We had a whole entire wrestling company. And I bet y'all can only produce maybe 3, 4, I might give y'all 5 stars out of that whole company. 5 wrestling stars out of the whole entire company, y'all might could say. Okay, and first of all, I'm not giving y'all Stone Cold because I know some of y'all going to try to pull that Stone Cold shit out y'all hat, and most of y'all don't remember Stone Cold being on ECW, okay? Y'all know he on ECW because y'all done saw it on Wikipedia, or y'all might listen to this podcast and go on Wikipedia and find out Stone Cold was there and try to use that shit. But y'all don't remember Stone Cold in ECW. Y'all don't remember none of his matches there. Y'all don't even remember him being there. So Stone Cold is not usable. So the stars y'all going to tell me about is Rob Van Dam, fucking the Dudley Boys, and Mick Foley. That's 4. That's 4 people y'all can actually go off of. And I'm going to put Rob Van Dam on the BOAT list. So that's 3. You got the Dudley Boys and Mick Foley. They're the only people from ECW that won't make the BOAT list. And Stone Cold was there, so he won't make the BOAT list, but y'all don't remember. And Shane Douglas was there, and Shane Douglas is not going to make the BOAT list just because I know that he was better than what WWE made him look like. I know that Shane Douglas was good in the ring, and I know he was good on the mic, so I'm not going to put him on my BOAT list. But that's it. Everybody in ECW, everybody else in ECW who came from ECW, who was ever there, who came there, everybody else most likely is on the BOAT list. And if you find a good wrestler from there that's not on the BOAT list, you can combat me with him or whatever, and I might have forgot about him. But for the most part, besides Mick Foley and the Dudley Boys, the whole ECW is on the BOAT list, okay? Don't give me the Sabus. Because Sabu is on the wrestling Where Are They Now, and he's been on the wrestling Where Are They Now since 1992. Since ECW actually folded, Sabu been on the Where Are They Now list. So he hasn't done nothing other than ECW that I know of, unless he was on the indie circuit. And I don't care. Y'all want to talk about how great the indie circuit is, but the indie circuit is not that great. Okay, most of the wrestlers are on the indie circuit because they couldn't make it on the big times. Like, let's be clear, most of the wrestlers that's on the indie circuit is on the indie circuit because they couldn't make it on the big times. Because they couldn't make it in WWE. They couldn't hack it in WCW. They can't even get on AEW right now, so they going on the indie circuit or they going on non-stop TNA wrestling or whatever. But they not big time because they not the best. They are the boats. They bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, and I don't want to hear nothing else. Okay, so Sabu, fuck out of here. Saturn, fuck out of here. What is Perry Saturn? Perry Saturn was bad. He was in, what did he win? WCW, what did he win? He was the hardcore champion in WWF for a little while. The hardcore champion in the WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call him. That's it. Sabu ain't do shit out of ECW. Saturn ain't do shit out of ECW. Perry Saturn. Y'all want to talk about him? Y'all want to talk about Mike Awesome? This is funny. Mike Awesome was a two-time ECW champion, and he came to WWE to be BFN. That motherfucker came to WWE to be BFN, and BFN stands for Big for Nothing. Mike Awesome was big, and he looked the part, but he wasn't a good wrestler. I'm sorry. He came to WWE to be a jobber. Mike Awesome came to WWE to be big for nothing and get his ass kicked. He was big enough and looked the part enough to be jobbed out for other wrestlers to beat his fucking ass and make them look good. He was a jobber. The two-time ECW champion was a jobber in the WWE, okay? A jobber. Y'all want to talk about Mr. Sandman? Y'all can talk about Sandman. Sandman was great in ECW. I went down there. I was down there as a kid. I was on Swanson and Rittner at the bingo hall watching the ECW matches. Okay? I know Sandman was good. But when you want to talk about Sandman, let's talk about Sandman. Let's talk about Stone Cold. We all know Stone Cold stole Sandman's act. That was Sandman's act way before Stone Cold was doing it. But look what Stone Cold did with it. Look what Sandman did with it. That tells you right there that Stone Cold was a GOAT. Sandman was a boat. That tells you right there. You can compare their two careers. They had the same gimmick, kind of. The same act a little bit. Stone Cold may have stole it, but Stone Cold took it here. Up here, if you can see me, I got my hand up high. And Sandman had it down here like near my balls. Okay. Stone Cold took the act to above all this wild ass hair. And Sandman had the act at the bottom here, the ball hairs. Stone Cold was my head hair. Sandman was my pubes. So, I want to hear it. Sandman and Stone Cold was the same act, and you see where Stone Cold took it. So, that makes Sandman an automatic boat. An automatic boat. Tommy Dreamer? Y'all want to talk about Tommy Dreamer? Was Tommy Dreamer so good? Tommy Dreamer was brought to the WWE. Oh, I dropped something. Tommy Dreamer was brought to the WWE specifically to be a jobber for, like, Terry Funk. The WWE had Terry Funk and some older guys there, and they needed to hype them guys up for a little bit to get them some matches or whatever. And that's what Tommy Dreamer was there for. He was Tommy Dreamer, so he was a big name in ECW, so he was a formidable, like, name. Not a formidable opponent. He was a formidable name. He was a good name to have on your resume as somebody you beat, but as an opponent, as a wrestler, fuck out of here. Tommy Dreamer was a bum. Tommy Dreamer was a real bum. And who else? Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas was great in the ring. Shane Douglas was great in the mic. They didn't give Shane Douglas the push that he needed to get on the big name on the WCWs or the WWEs, but I can't put Shane Douglas on the boat list. But who else? Tell me somebody in ECW that was in ECW that you think. And y'all want to give me Rob Van Dam? I'll give y'all Rob Van Dam. One of a kind. R-V-D. Yeah, he had a stick. But when WWE actually gave my man a push, he sucked. They gave him a championship push for what? He was probably one of the worst WWE champions ever. He was a mid-card dude at best, and he couldn't even hold on to the mid-card level. So I don't want to hear nothing about Rob Van Dam. I'm giving y'all Rob Van Dam. The Dudley Boys is the only formidable shit that came out of ECW. Even them gangsters, remember them gangsters? The gangsters, I know they died, but recently, not too long ago, one of them was saying how he was blackballed in wrestling, and Kevin Nash blackballed him or whatever. And here's the thing, you can't be blackballed if you good. You can only be blackballed if you bad. Look at Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior was talked about as being difficult, talked about as hurting motherfuckers, talked about as not wanting to be a company guy or a team player at all. And look what the push he got. Because he had the charisma, he had the draw, he was a big name in the ring. Right? And then you got Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was talked about being a drug addict. Shawn Michaels was an asshole. Shawn Michaels was a bad person for real as far as being a person in the wrestling industry was concerned. And look where he went. Look what he did in his career. Even before he changed the sound guy and did all the good shit, he was a bad person, but look where he went. They didn't blackball him because he was so motherfucking good. That's right, Shawn Michaels is the GOAT. And if y'all don't believe Shawn Michaels is the GOAT, y'all can go back and listen to my Heartbreak episode where I tell y'all all the reasons why Shawn Michaels is the GOAT. And if y'all want to come at me about that, I'm here. I'm available. I'm around. I want the smoke. Bring it. Come on with it. I want to get it. You know what I mean? I'm popping my collar on this bitch. But that's what I'm saying. So being blackballed don't mean, oh, that's why your career went bad. No, because you can't get blackballed if you was good. If you was good, they can't blackball you. They can try, they can talk shit, but the honesty is you can't be blackballed if you was good. So I don't want to hear that shit from the gangsters. So ECW has an entire company gets on the motherfucking GOAT list. Okay, you know who else gets on the boat? I said GOAT. They don't get on the GOAT. They get on the boat. You know who else gets on the boat? They ride that shit like the motherfucking Titanic, the sinking ass boat list. Crush. Kona Crush was another one. Big for nothing. He was big as shit, but he wasn't intimidating at all. Matter of fact, he was so unintimidating that the WWE put my man in pastel colors and built him from Hawaii and called my man the Kona Crush. I gotta laugh. Give me a break. The Kona Crush. He was a big man. He wasn't intimidating. He wasn't scary. He wasn't nothing. He wore pastel colors. Ain't nobody care about Crush. They even tried to put him in Demolition for no reason whatsoever. Just because he was big, they put him in Demolition. It was Axe, Smash, and Crush, right? And Crush was there for no reason. Axe and Smash was Demolition. Axe and Smash was the tag team champions. What was Crush there for? Why y'all even put Crush in Demolition? You know why y'all put Crush in Demolition? Because y'all had nothing to do with his big ass. He was corny. And then he got a mustache and he tried to look menacing. Nobody wasn't scared of you. We know you still Kona Crush. You always going to be Kona. You always going to be wearing that purple and orange bullshit to me. And you never was going to win nothing. He was big for nothing. He couldn't win nothing. Even in Demolition, it was Axe and Smash. Ain't nobody care about Crush. Crush wasn't scary or nothing. You know what I mean? Demolition wore the face paint and the black mask and the spiky shit. They was kind of scary, but when they got Crush, it was just like, who cares? They didn't even want Crush to talk. Axe and Smash still did all the talking. Crush just stood in the background looking dumb. Big for nothing. Stupid. Can't wrestle. I'm sorry, Crush. You on the boat list. Boaty boat. Okay? Now, this person, it might make y'all mad, but I don't really care. I was so disappointed in him for the rest of his career, and I used to like him, and I'm so disappointed in him, but I'm sorry, but this man's got to make the boat list, and this is the man, ho, Benny ho, Benny ho. That's right, ho. Hacksaw Jim Duggan ass is on the boat list. Okay? Hacksaw Jim Duggan was good in NWA. He was good in NWA when he used to fight Ted DiBiase, and he was on there with Dr. Death Steve Williams and Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, all that back in NWA. Hacksaw was good. When Hacksaw first came to the WWE, I was like, oh shit, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, that's my man in him. I remember him from NWA. Most of y'all don't. So most of y'all who don't remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan from NWA cannot tell me a time when Hacksaw Jim Duggan was good. Because he was only good in NWA, and when he came to WWE, he was not good. Yeah, he won the first Royal Rumble, so fucking what? The Royal Rumble didn't mean nothing when Hacksaw won it. And other than Hacksaw getting a couple of good 2x4 shots on Andre the Giant, he's done nothing in his wrestling career. Hacksaw Jim Duggan couldn't even get to the mid-card. He won a TV title on WCW and a U.S. title on WCW, but that ain't even considered. Them titles is bullshit. The television title is the most bullshit belt in wrestling, for real. Like, that was just a belt they gave out to somebody who they just wanted to give a belt to because they wanted to show him a little bit of respect, I guess. I don't know. But Hacksaw Jim Duggan was not even a mid-carder. He was basically a jobber with a good name. He was a guy that could come in, put up a decent fight, lose, and put guys over. And I was like, you more talented than that, dog, but, his big feud with his biggest feud was with Iron Sheik. And Iron Sheik was champion, what, in 85 or something? Iron Sheik ain't been relevant since the early 80s. He just ended up being in the feud with Hacksaw because he was still there, and he was on Hacksaw's level, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Hacksaw was all about USA. Iron Sheik was from Iran, and he had Nikolai Volkov, who was from Russia, and so Hacksaw automatically hated Nikolai Volkov and Iron Sheik, and that was their little thing. That was his biggest shit. And like I said, his claim to fame, he got to hit Andre the Giant with a 2x4. You go, boy. So Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I don't give a fuck. He makes my boat list. Hacksaw Jim Duggan is the boat. Who else? Oh my God. You got El Gigante. El Gigante, Giant Gonzalez, okay? He was El Gigante in WCW, and I don't know why. I mean, he was big for nothing. And then the WWE going to sign this big, slow, dumb motherfucker to the WWE contract, and then they brought him in there, and he became Giant Gonzalez. And what did they bring him in there for? They brought him in there to fight The Undertaker. They brought him in there to be a big guy, to be an adversary to The Undertaker, and they put some dumbass suit on him. It was like a caveman with muscle kind of suit. It had like furry shoulders and furry calves. And then muscles there, and they had to put, it was so bad that this man had to put fake muscles on his fucking outfit because he didn't have no muscular definition or nothing in his real body. So they gave him a whole outfit with fake muscles. They tried to make him look like some kind of like Bigfoot or something? I don't fucking know. And he was terrible. He was slow. He was bummy. He couldn't wrestle for shit. And he's on the boat list. And that's why he didn't last long. Great Khali neither. You know what I was so mad about the Great Khali? They brought him in too. A big guy. He can fight the Undertaker. He can scare the Undertaker. He can look intimidating. Didn't work out because he couldn't wrestle. Kane was the best big guy they brought in to wrestle the Undertaker. Everybody else that they brought in to wrestle the Undertaker couldn't do it. Even when Kevin Nash was big, Psycho Sid, none of them could fuck with Taker, right? But they tried to make these guys big enough to believe that they could destroy Taker, and it was like, nope. They too corny, they too slow, they too bummy. Khali, another one. But you know what the fucked up part about Khali is? I seen him in the Longest Yard, and my man was buffed up. My man had muscles. My man looked big, menacing, crazy. He was all buff and crazy looking on the Longest Yard. And then he get the rest and he looked like shit. I was like, where the fuck is the muscles at? What is he? This ain't the dude I saw on the Longest Yard. What, did you get a wrestling contract and stop working out? So you worked out to be in a fake-ass movie. But then you get a wrestling contract and WWE contract and you don't work the fuck out? You just start looking big and stupid, dumb, slow, just getting beat the fuck up. So Great Khali, too, makes the motherfucking GOAT list. And if you want to be honest, I'm going to put Big Show. Big Show is going to get a BOAT honorary mention. I keep saying GOAT, but I meant to say BOAT. But Big Show is going to get a BOAT honorary mention because Big Show ain't shit neither. Like, for real, Big Show ain't shit. He was kind of corny. Like, Big Show couldn't be champion. He wasn't that good on a mic enough to carry a championship, and he was too big, and he was kind of slow. And he never became menacing. He was menacing for a little while. Like, there was times where he was like, oh, shit, the Big Show. But then most of the time, it was like Big Show was a bitch. Big Show lost it. Let Floyd Mayweather fucking tune him up. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care if it's for the money. Little ass Floyd Mayweather is not tuning me to fuck up in no wrestling event. Like, that was the dumbest shit ever. I was like, Big Show can fucking put barbecue sauce on Floyd Mayweather and eat his ass. Literally, just eat my man, right? But you let Floyd Mayweather get over on Big Show in a wrestling match? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This shit, it's just bullshit to me. And Big Show should have been better. So I'm going to say, well, it's the Big Slow. But I'm not going to fully put him on the BOAT list. I'm not going to fully put my man Big Show on the BOAT list, but my man definitely got to get BOAT list honorable mention. Definitely got to get boat list honorable mention. I'm sorry, but I just can't. I just don't know what else to do. Then you got who else? Who else can I put on there? Let me see. WCW guys, Disco Inferno. I'm gonna put Disco Inferno on the boat list. Well, what was he? He looked like John Travolta. He was a dancing motherfucker, and he actually had potential. Like, he was a good wrestler. He put on some good moves, but he wasn't winning shit. And if he won some shit, I don't remember him winning nothing. I think he may have been a television champion, maybe, or something. They may have gave him a little push or something like that. But baby, come on, man. Disco Inferno dancing motherfucker. Just like Fandango. Fandango 2 makes the boat list. Fandango, Tyler Breeze, those motherfuckers was boats. They didn't do no good wrestling. I don't know. Fandango was a dancing motherfucker too, and he looked the part. Like, I don't know why he took that role, but then he took that role, and that role kind of fucked him up. Or maybe he couldn't wrestle. I don't know, but Fandango ain't no winner. Tyler Breeze ain't no winner. Both of them motherfuckers go on a boat list too. Mr. Hughes goes on the boat list. Remember him? Mr. Hughes? Walking around all ugly, looking like Delroy Lindo. He had the Delroy Lindo face. He was supposed to be menacing. Remember, he used to wear motherfucking suits and top hats and shit. Not top hats, but what are they called? The rim hat, fedoras and shit. He used to wear the suits and the fedoras and shit, try to be menacing, looking like a bodyguard or whatever. And he was just a big old black bitch, getting all beat the fuck up, man. I remember they tried to make him intimidate Mr. Hughes. Mr. Hughes. Yeah, Mr. Get Your Ass Whooped. He was so corny. He definitely makes the boat list, okay? All right. Now, I know some of y'all people might get mad about this guy, but I don't care. I'm putting him on the boat list, and y'all know he a boat. And I'm going to say this. When I say the name, I want y'all to realize he's a boat, because I want y'all to realize the fact that y'all don't know any matches that this man ever had or ever won outside of another person. So I'm going to just say the name. Marty Jannetty. Marty Jannetty makes the fucking boatiest of the boat list, because without Shawn Michaels, we don't even know who Marty Jannetty is. We know Marty Jannetty from the Rockers, and we know Marty Jannetty from his feud with Shawn Michaels. Other than those two things, can you name another match Marty Jannetty had? Can you name a match that Marty Jannetty had or won or was good in that did not involve Shawn Michaels? And just give me one. Give me one time that Marty Jannetty had a match that you remember that was good, that didn't have nothing to do with Shawn Michaels. Not against him, not with him. You know what that sound is? That's dead air. That's crickets. That ain't even crickets. You don't even hear crickets. I can make a cricket noise. Squeak, 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 squeak. Is that how the crickets sound? I don't know. But but I'm waiting. And I'm still going to be waiting, because y'all motherfuckers don't know. Because Marty Jannetty is the boatiest of both. He never did nothing without Shawn. He never did nothing before Shawn. He never did nothing after Shawn. And when Roddy Piper, they tell the story of when Roddy Piper came to the hotel room and told Shawn, you could be a star, and told him, you got to get rid of this Marty Jannetty. Roddy Piper was never been more right in his whole entire life. God bless his soul. And Marty Jannetty got salty about that and beat Shawn Michaels up for real. He rumbled Shawn Michaels for real. Yeah, Marty Jannetty was kick-ass at the hotel room in real life, but in the ring was a different thing, my man. It's funny how Marty Jannetty can kick ass in real life and he can't kick ass for fake in the wrestling ring. He probably was in the ring telling Shawn that too. You gonna pin me tonight, but after this match, I'm gonna beat your ass in real life. Probably, but it didn't matter, because Shawn was gonna be the star and Marty Jannetty was gonna be the boat. Shawn is the GOAT, Marty's the boat. They, you know what I mean? They still rocking out Golden Boat. They could call him that, the Golden Boat Connection. Bring him back. Golden Boat. Bring him on back, all right? Who else? Oh my God, Virgil. I always knew that Virgil was going to eventually wrestle, because he had a body. If you watch Virgil had muscular arms. He was kind of toned up. He had big arms. And I always knew that he was going to wrestle, but it took a long, long time for him to actually get in the ring. And then he was a bum. I knew Virgil was going to be a bum from his outfit. Soon as Virgil got into that little feud, when Ted DiBiase fired him, I said, okay, they're going to set up a Ted DiBiase versus Virgil feud. And Virgil going to wrestle him. And as soon as they set up that feud and I saw Virgil ring gear, I was like, that's your ring gear, my man? As soon as I saw Virgil's ring gear, I knew that motherfucker was going to be corny. He had on some white tights with red stripes down them, looking like some fucking candy cane pants. Some red looking like fringes over the fucking boot thing. And that's it. That was his outfit for wrestling. And I was just like, that looks like a bum. His outfit looks like the guy that they bring over on WWE Saturday Superstars, the Superstars Wrestling, where they brought all the bums out to fight the good guy. That's what our whole outfit looked like. And I knew Virgil wasn't going to beat nobody. I think he beat $1 Million Man one time, just like so that they could really make it like it was a feud or something. They gave him like a fluke win over Ted DiBiase, and that was it. Question though, Ted DiBiase kind of makes my B.O.A.T honorable mention too, because he was the $1 Million Man. He had a good gimmick, and he had a lot of good matches, and he had a lot of good success in the tag team with IRS with Mike Rotunda when he was Earl R. Shyster, and he was IRS. He had a good tag team run with him with the tag team title, but other than that, Ted DiBiase kind of hung around the mid card too. He had the $1 Million Championship, but that was made up belt, and he never won the World Heavyweight title. He tried to buy it. And he had a little good thing with Zeus, and he had that little thing with Andre the Giant. But I guess I can't put him on the B.O.A.T list because he actually had a cool gimmick, and he actually was a cool guy, and he actually was a good wrestler. So I ain't going to put him on the B.O.A.T list, but I mentioned him. I mentioned him for a reason. He's getting some B.O.A.T honorable mention because he should have been, he should have got up to the championship caliber. He should have at least got the IC title. I don't even think he won an Intercontinental Championship. So we can mention Ted DiBiase on the B.O.A.T list. Mention it. Now, I put him on there, but, say it. Put him in the background, a little something. Think about that. Koko B.O.A.T. Koko B.O.A.T, I didn't even think nothing was cool about him. He even had a cool song. I like that song, The Power Driver. Yeah. I remember it. I remember he used to say, Sometimes Love. I can sing the shit out that song, right? And I saw the video too. And it's funny how I never knew what that meant. I thought when they said Power Driver, they was talking about the actual move, the Power Driver wrestling move. And now I grew up to become a Power Driver. Not only did I become a Power Driver, but I'm the best. I'm the greatest Power Driver in the local. I'm the best journeyman in the local. I'm the best Power Driver there is on the planet. That's me. Number one, numero uno, toot, toot. That's my horn. And I'm tooting it myself. Toot, toot. Toot, toot. But anyway, the best thing about Koko B.O.A.T was the Power Driver song. And the only reason why I got a higher appreciation for it now is because I saw the video and I realized now that they was really actually power driving on the Power Driver video with Hulk Hogan and them in there. So that made him cool. But other than that, he was a loser. He even had his own dance. He just stole that Morris Day in the Times. What? Have you heard? There's a brand new dance, and it's called the Bird. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what Koko B.O.A.T used to do. So he had a good little gimmick going on, but he was a bum. He ain't win no matches. He couldn't get an IC championship to save his life, and he definitely wasn't about to be no motherfucking World Heavyweight champion. I think he might have won the tag team champions with Owen Hart, but they wore like baggy, checkered ass pants. They look stupid. They look stupid and dumb, and I knew that they wasn't going to be able to keep tag. If they did win it, I'm not even sure they won the tag team titles, but even if they did, I knew they wasn't keeping them long because they looked bummy. They didn't look like champions. They looked like they looked like taxi cabs. That's what the motherfuckers look like, taxi cabs. They had checkers on them and yellow baggy suits. They looked like they was taxi cab drivers, like some kind of new hip taxi cab company. The Heart and the Birdman? I don't know, but they look stupid. But that was his claim to fame. Other than that, Koko B.O.A.T was a big loser. And how you going to come out with a parrot and come out with cool glasses, have a cool name like Koko Beware? Beware of what? Beware of what? You wasn't kicking no ass. Why was your name Beware? You know what I mean? But you had a cool name. He wore the glasses. He had the parrot with him. He had a cool dance. He had a cool song. And for what? To go out there and lose? To go out there and get his ass kicked every single time? When I saw Koko come out, when I heard his name, Koko Beware, that's the time I'm going to get a sandwich. I ain't watching this match. Koko going to lose. I don't care who we fighting. Koko ass going to lose. I ain't watching this match. I'm going to get a sandwich. And with that being said, it's time for my commercial. I'm going to go on my commercial break now, and then I'm going to come back and finish this up. So I'll see y'all on the other side. See you when I get back. For you YouTube people, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. My commercial is an ad that's pre-recorded, right? But I can't drink and do my podcast at the same time. So I use this commercial break to get my sip on. But I can actually turn my podcast on and start back doing my podcast anytime I want. But since I'm on commercial, I'm going to take a little sippy sip. So you guys, this commercial was sponsored by Heineken. Heineken, the beeriest of beers. I don't. The beeriest of beers. I'm all fucked up. Mm. Mm. But yeah, that's my commercial is pre-recorded, right? So what happens is I just click off my recording, and then I say I'm doing a commercial, and then I kind of just plug my commercial in when I'm done with the episode, so I can go back whenever I want, and that's when I use my time to drink. As you can see, I drink some beer before, I drink a little 1800 before, but I finished my 1800 bottle off tonight. I gotta get a new one. I got me another beer, still kind of cold, and I'm gonna try to drink this before the commercial's out. This is the best beer. Don't argue with me, because you're going to lose. This is the best beer. And most of y'all people that's about to try to argue with me is at home drinking that bullshit ass Coors Light. I know y'all drinking Coors Light. Don't come at me. Don't come for me, bro. If I'm here and I'm ready. I'm going to finish this before I go back. Man, just give me a second. How you enjoying it so far, though? This is my first time on the video. I'm hype. I'm putting this shit on YouTube. I'm hype as shit. All right. So I got about one more sip. I'm sorry, but I got about one more sip, and then this beer gonna be going, and then we gonna get back into the podcast episode. We gonna get right back into it. Just give me 1 second. Got one more sip. Get ready. Oh, that was a good one. All right. I gotta regain my composure now. Get my voice back together. Get ready to go. Get ready. I'm fucking up. All right, let me calm down. I gotta get ready. All right, here we go. All right, I'm about to. All right, now I'm gonna hit the fake shit. This is about to be the fake shit, because I'm gonna act like I want somewhere, but I ain't going nowhere. But I'm gonna act like I did. Hold on, it didn't work. Hold on. All right, I'm ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not it. That wasn't it. I had to burp. Sorry. All right, now let's do it again. Let's cue it up one more time. In 5. Oh, it's on. Hey, welcome back. So, I was talking about the boat list, and so far I had all of ECW. Don't care. Mike Awesome from ECW. I had Crush. I had your boy Sergeant Duggan. I had your boy Virgil. I had your boy El Gigante, Mr. Hughes, Marty Jannetty. Big Show made the honorary list. I almost put your man, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase on the honorary list, but I didn't. I calmed down on it. I had your boy Coco Beware on there. You know, Birdman. I have Virgil. Who else? I think that was it for now. But now I'm going to go into who else can make the boat list. S.D. Jones. Now, I don't even know this man's real name. His name was S.D. Jones, and they said that S.D. stood for special delivery. And he's an extra special boat, because how the hell do you get a nickname and you a bum? Nicknames usually go to good guys. Like if you got a nickname in sports, that means you was a good guy. If you got a nickname in basketball, football, you earned your nickname. So how does S.D. Jones become Special Delivery Jones? How did he get a nickname? Nickname for what? You didn't deliver nothing. You got delivered. A bunch of ass kickings, my man. Special Delivery Jones didn't win shit. He was another one. I knew when I heard the announcer go, and his opponent, SD. I don't even remember this motherfucker having a song. I think he just walked out to nothing. No music or nothing. Or if he had a song, it was some kind of generic bullshit. A stupid ass song. It wasn't memorable. it wasn't a memorable song because I don't remember his music. I think Special Delivery Jones was one of those dudes that already be standing there. Special Delivery Jones was so bad, I think he was one of those motherfuckers that already be standing in the ring. Don't even have an entrance song. He just be standing in the ring and his opponent. And he's already in the ring, just standing there doing this shit, stretching. Oh, I'm ready to go. Doing this fake boxing shit. I'm ready. Special Delivery Jones. As soon as I heard that name, I was like, this motherfucker gonna lose. There was no time in history where I thought that Special Delivery Jones was going to win a fucking match. I never thought that. Nope. He was a bum, and we knew it. And he was going to lose. Who else was on board? Danny Davis. Danny Davis was a referee who was cheating and got caught cheating so much that the wrestlers wanted to beat him up and he turned wrestler. Problem is, he wasn't a wrestler. When Danny Davis turned wrestler and they put him in a wrestling ring, he looked like he was a referee turned wrestler. He wasn't buff. He wasn't athletic. He wasn't nothing. I was legit like, this dude is a legit referee that they just gave a chance to wrestle. For what? For what? I mean, the storyline fit him for a little bit, but at the same time, I was like, this shit's corny. Like, this dude is the worst. Like, I don't know why they giving him a match. I don't know how they giving him a push. I don't know what they doing with Danny Davis. It was worthless. And he stuck around for a long time. I thought Danny Davis was going to have a couple of matches, get his ass kicked and be gone. No, Danny Davis was on wrestling for a while. He even got like a manager, like he was down with Jimmy Hart and them. Jimmy Hart was actually managing this fool. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Danny Davis was fucking terrible. Who else? Lenny Poffo. Now, Leaping Lanny Poffo, I was like, yo, he's corny. Like, who is this dude? He's corny. And then he became what? The genius. And he wrote said his little like smart mouth poems before the matches. It was cute. Like first couple of times, it was alright. Then after that, I was like, yo, shut him up. Don't even let him talk. He became like a manager or something like that. But then when I got older and I found out that Macho Man's real last name was Poffo and that Lanny was his brother, I said, what the fuck is going on? How can you be the brother of the Macho Man Randy Savage? You the brother of Mr. Oh yeah. You the brother of Elizabeth. You the brother of that dude. And you on the mic spitting poems. And your name is Leaping Lanny. And you jumping around and losing. I didn't understand that, and that's so disrespectful. I'm like, Macho, why didn't you get your brother, Mr. Randy Savage? Why didn't you help your brother Lanny out? Why didn't you make him, at least y'all could have been tag team champions for a minute or something. You just left your brother back there getting his ass kicked and leaping around and reciting poems. And you the Macho Man Randy Savage, you the WWE, one of the greatest intercontinental champions ever. Okay, you was the world heavyweight champion for a whole year before you started your feud with Hulk Hogan. You was part of the Mega Powers. You was a big star, and then even when you was going down, you became an announcer for a while. You had the outfits. You went and joined the NWO after you got all buffed up on the steroids and shit. You had Gorgeous George with you. You did all of this shit, and your brother was Leaping Lanny. You is up there on the GOAT list, and you left your brother down there on the boat list? I mean, he dead now, but damn, Macho. And that made Lanny even worse. It was like, Lanny, you had your brother, who was one of the biggest stars in wrestling, and he couldn't help you even win no matches. You couldn't get your own brother to let you be tag team champion. You couldn't get your own brother to put you over for the IC title at least one motherfucking time. You was cool with being Leaping Lanny when your brother was the Macho Man Randy motherfucking Savage. Miss Elizabeth with him too. He had Miss Elizabeth too, and you had a cap and gown reading poetry. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Get the fuck out of here, Lanny Poffo. That shit made me so mad. You know what else I'm going to put on the boat list that's going to piss y'all off? But I'm putting him on the BOAT list, and I don't care. This is my list. Come for me if you want to. But Andre the Giant has got to go on the BOAT list because Andre the Giant, as a wrestler and as a sports entertainer, as a WWE talent, sucked a whole lot of ass. Andre the Giant is only famous because he was undefeated all that time. And the only reason why he was undefeated all that time is because he was so big, they didn't understand why he was so big, and people was astounded by his size, so he was a draw. Other than that, Andre the Giant was terrible, okay? He walked slow, talked slow, looked slow. Everything about Andre the Giant was slow as fuck. He didn't have no wrestling moves. He was really a big-ass bum. What is Andre the Giant's claim to fame? He won all the Battle Royals? Yeah, he won all the Battle Royals because he was the biggest motherfucker in there and they couldn't throw his ass out. Okay? What was his other claim to fame? He was undefeated for so long? Yeah, he was undefeated for so long. He did not fight nobody. Andre the Giant fought midgets, and I don't think they call midgets now. They little people. Andre the Giant fought a bunch of little people and a bunch of, he fought the BOAT list. Andre the Giant was the king of beating up on the BOAT list. That's what he was. He was the king of beating boats. He was the BOAT beater. That was Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant was the BOAT beater. He didn't beat Hulk Hogan. Nope. And he did win some matches when who was he partners with? Haku? He was partners with Haku. What was they? The something connection? The Colossal Connection or something like that with him and Haku. Him and Haku was partners, and he was part of the Heenan family, and he won a couple of tag team matches or whatever. But he ain't beat nobody. The best act Andre the Giant ever had was when he was scared of the snake with Jake the Snake. When he had a little feud with Jake the Snake and he was scared of the snake, and Andre looked legit scared, looked like he shit himself. When that snake came out, he might have really did shit himself, but that would have been some big shit. That would have been, damn. Andre the Giant would have had some big old shit. It would have looked like elephant shit in that damn ring. I don't like to talk about dead people, but goddamn. But Andre the Giant's biggest claim to fame was when he was scared of fucking Jake the Snake Roberts with the little snake shit. He ain't do nothing. Yeah, okay, he did have a big moment when he traded on Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan, I want the title, or give me a title shot, and he broke his little chain, and what was that, Piper's Pit they was in or whatever, when he broke Hulk Hogan's chain, and told him he wanted a title shot, and Hulk Hogan was begging, Andre, please, Andre, no, you can't do this, brother. No, brother, please. I mean, and that match was lackluster because you got bum-ass Hogan, and let's be clear, I'm not putting Hogan on the BOAT list. I'm not honorably mentioning him for the BOAT list. As a matter of fact, Hogan's on the GOAT list, okay? But he's not on the GOAT list for his wrestling because we all know Hogan was not a good wrestler. So you got bum-ass Hogan who don't really got no moves. He's got a big boot, and he's got that body slam and that Hulk-up situation shit that he did. But his finishing move was a standard leg drop. You know what I'm saying? Hogan wasn't big time on the wrestling, but Hogan was such a strong character and had strong charisma and was so good on the mic, and everybody loved him so much. And Hulkamania was crazy wild. So Hogan can never be on the BOAT list. But you got bum-ass Hogan, who's not a good wrestler, against slow-ass, big-ass, BOAT list-ass Andre the Giant. For the main event of WrestleMania 3, which was supposed to be one of the biggest main events in wrestling history. And for real, it was all hype. It was hype because it was Hulk Hogan. It was hype because Andre the Giant was undefeated and so big, and Hulk Hogan's biggest foe, and Hulk Hogan had to slam him, which was barely a slam. It was like a big-ass hip toss. But we ain't going to get into that either. But Andre the Giant, I'm sorry to tell y'all big fans, Andre the Giant makes the motherfucking BOAT list, okay? All right? It's just that. It just is what it is, and I'm not taking it back. Okay? Who else makes the BOAT list? Oh, my God. Y'all might be mad about this one, too. But I gotta say it. Okay? And I know it's going to make some people mad because he was part of DX, and I love DX. You know I'm a Shawn Michaels fan. Shawn Michaels and Triple H are both two of my GOATs. They make my GOAT list. DX was one of the greatest factions in wrestling history. It was fun while it lasted. And I love DX. And I love the whole NWO thing. He was part of the NWO too. And the whole NWO thing was kind of great with Hollywood Hogan and all that. That was a great little situation as well. But your man, 123 Kid, 6, X-Pac, definitely makes the BOAT list. Definitely. He was scrawny. He was little. It was nothing good about him. He ended up on DX, which gave him a push. He ended up in the NWO at 6, which gave him a push. He was part of the Clique, which gave him a push and all that. Razor Ramon put him over back when he was a 123 Kid because he was part of the push. But other than that, he didn't make no GOAT list. He looked like somebody who I can get in the ring and beat the fuck up. And I'm sorry, but AEW fans and all you people out there that like AEW, that's the same way I feel about your boy Darby Allin. Darby Allin got Sting, and Darby Allin's got a little gimmick, but I'll look at Darby Allin and I'll be like, yo, I can beat Darby Allin the fuck up. Okay? And if I feel like I can beat you the fuck up, you're not impressing me. Wrestlers are supposed to be impressive. Wrestlers are supposed to be tough guys. Wrestlers are supposed to be guys that we going to be scared of in the street. I feel like if I saw Darby Allin in the street, I could beat him. I feel like I could beat Darby Allin in a wrestling match. Just like Keith Lee. Everybody want to talk about Keith Lee too, but Keith Lee about to be on the BOAT list. Y'all don't even know. Keith Lee in a few years is going to make the motherfucking BOAT list. Because what is he going to win? Y'all think AEW going to give Keith Lee a push? Y'all think AEW going to make Keith Lee heavyweight champion? They got CM Punk there. They got Darby Allin there. They got Hangman Adam Page there. They got Adam Cole, baby. You think that Keith Lee's going to get a title? You think Keith Lee's going to be AEW World Heavyweight Champion? Nope. He don't got the charisma, and he's another one that's big for nothing. Keith Lee don't scare nobody. Keith Lee looks like a big-ass teddy bear. Like Keith Lee, I will rope-a-dope the shit out of Keith Lee. I will fucking rope-a-dope him. I will stick and move on his big ass and beat his ass the fuck up. That's how I feel about him. Now, I know in real life Keith Lee might crush the shit out of me. I know that. But when I look at him in wrestling, I'm like, Keith Lee can't beat nobody for real. Ain't nobody scared of his big, dumb ass. Now, he kind of fast for a big guy, but it ain't... WWE was right for getting rid of Keith Lee because there ain't nothing about him that makes me believe that he can be champion or makes me believe that he can really beat me the fuck up. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And that's how I feel about X-Pac. I was like, X-Pac ain't winning no matches for real. X-Pac ain't beating nobody for real. And for real, if he wasn't part of the Clique, he wouldn't have even got as far as he got in wrestling, okay? So yeah, y'all gonna be mad at me about X-Pac? Be mad at me about X-Pac. I don't really care. Okay? Y'all gonna be mad at me about X-Pac. Y'all gonna be mad at me about Rob Van Dam. Some of y'all probably gonna be mad at me about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Y'all definitely gonna hate on me about Andre the Giant. And for real, I can put Ultimate Warrior as an honorable mention on the BOAT list. Yeah, he made it to heavyweight champion. Yeah, he had a big match at WrestleMania 6 with Hulk Hogan. But come on, man. Ultimate Warrior was wasted potential, okay? And y'all gonna get mad at me. And I'm Goldberg too. Goldberg, okay, yeah, y'all want to make Goldberg one of the greatest, but I had a lot of wrestlers say that Goldberg fucking injures people. And then, whatever. I don't feel like Goldberg is so great, but I'm not going to put Goldberg on the BOAT list, but I'm definitely not going to put Goldberg on the GOAT list. Nope. But now that I've established who deserves to be on the GOAT list, not the GOAT list, the BOAT list. Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor, I got to put Terry Taylor on the BOAT list. Now, Terry Taylor was good in NWA. Terry Taylor was good in WCW. Terry Taylor is a good wrestler, no doubt about it. He can wrestle. Terry Taylor was one of my favorite wrestlers when he was in NWA. The only reason why Terry Taylor goes on the BOAT list is because you let Vince McMahon or Tom Pritchard or whoever did it turn your ass into the red motherfucking rooster. You let them turn you into the red motherfucking rooster. You let them put a red streak in your head and have you walk into the aisle clucking and chucking. Cluck, cluck, cluck. You was actually clucking. Doing your little head cluck like a cock-a-doodle doing. You, Terry Taylor, you was cock-a-doodle fucking doing. Okay? Cock-a-doodle doing and not winning nothing. At least if they was going to make you the red rooster and they was going to make you a chicken egg and have you fucking... cock-a-doodle doing, your ass could have won some fucking matches, bro. Like, you didn't win shit. You wasn't even mid-card. For as good of a wrestler as you was, you couldn't even be like IC champion for a little bit. You couldn't even mid-card the shit. And you out here with red shit in your hair, cock-a-doodle doing and calling yourself a rooster man, the red rooster man, and you can't even get mid-card, get a title shot, nothing. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Get out of here. That's crazy. Oh, who else makes the boat list? Jacques Rougeau. Jacques Rougeau makes the boat list because you was on the Rougeau brothers. Y'all was one of the big tag teams. Y'all was a great tag team, right? And then when the one Rougeau brother becomes the Mountie and goes in the mid card and wins some IT titles and becomes, and goes up, what happened to you? You wasn't shit. The same thing with the other gun brother, Bart Gunn. Bart Gunn, Billy Gunn went on to become an ass man. Bam, bam. Cause I'm an ass man. Bam, bam. And what did Bart Gunn do? Bart Gunn lost a boxing match in the brawl for it all to Butterbean and disappeared. You was in a tag team called Smoking Guns with Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn went up here and you went down here. You making the boat list, okay? And here's the funny thing too. I wanted to mention this, okay? So why is Billy Gunn's sons embarrassed to be called ass boys? I mean, ass boys. Talk about. I know that ass boys sounds bad. I do. I understand that ass boys sound bad. But you do realize that they're calling y'all ass boys because your dad was the ass man, Mr. Ass Billy Gunn. I'm an ass man. Bam, bam. So I would be a little bit proud of that. I'd be proud. Like, I know ass boy sounds bad, but I mean, like, yo, that's my dad. He was the ass man. Mr. Ass. You know what I'm saying? So I would be kind of proud of that. But what happened to Bart Gunn? Bart Gunn, boatless. Okay? The whole boat for the Killer Bees. Killer Bees going to boatless. Because I don't know what they became. Did they become something else? Did they take their mask? Was they somebody else with their mask off? I don't know. Because I remember them. They was a good tag team. But then they went away. And they never really won nothing. They never really got the prestige or whatever. So was they on a boat list? What about the Dynamite Kid? He was a tag team with Davey Boy Smith. Davey Boy Smith went on to be at least mid-card. Davey Boy Smith was mid-card. Intercontinental Champion, mid-card wrestler. He went on. What happened to Dynamite Kid? I don't know. I guess he makes the boat list. But let me stop. Because I ain't got time for all of that shit. I can go on and mention every tag team and see when they broke up. And then, even Booker T brother, Stevie Ray. What's his name? Stevie Ray? Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat. He ain't going to do nothing either. We can go on and on and on. But I'm not just going to put you on the boat list just because when your tag team broke up, you became the bum ass and your partner became the champion or whatever. I ain't going to go into all that. I'm going to go into the biggest boat of all time. The biggest boat of all time, the bummiest, the top boat, the B.O.A.T, bummiest of all time, is my man, Barry Horowitz. That's right. Y'all remember Barry Horowitz? Barry Horowitz was like 0-99 or something like that. Barry Horowitz lost every single match he ever was in. And he used to come out in his little suspenders and his little sequin suspenders and pat himself on the back like he was something. And the whole time, and I know it was part of the joke that Horowitz was never going to win a match. I know it. And he did win one match. I remember it because I remember they kept going, Horowitz wins! Horowitz wins! Horowitz wins! And they was going crazy about it. But Barry Horowitz lost every match that he ever was in except for one. I think he was 1 in like 100. Okay? And it was part of his gimmick and it was funny. And I ain't gonna lie, I would fucking get, for the money and for the fame, I'll fucking go out in the WWE and lose every match too. I don't mind. I'm not saying that these people that's on the boat list is bad people. They made their money and they stars. I'm mentioning their names. We know who they are. But Barry Horowitz lost every fucking match. And for that, Barry Horowitz is the top boat. He only won one match. And you know what's funny is, I think he still... Wait. Did the Brooklyn Brawler win any matches? Because now that I think about it, I don't remember the Brooklyn Brawler not winning either. I'm trying to think. Did the Brooklyn Brawler win any matches? Did the Brooklyn Brawler ever win a match? That's a good question. I'm still giving it to Barry Horowitz because I know for a fact that Barry Horowitz was like 0-100. So I'm still giving it to him. But Brooklyn Brawler is top there. If Barry Horowitz is number one on the boat list, Brooklyn Brawler is number two because I don't remember that motherfucker winning the match. And they called him the Brooklyn Brawler. How you the Brooklyn Brawler and you can't brawl? How you the Brooklyn Brawler and you just constantly getting your ass whooped? That ain't brawling. That's losing. They should have called him the Brooklyn ass loser. And he looked like a bum anyway. He looked homeless. They had his shirt all ripped up, dirty and shit. I guess that's from brawling. But I guess they had it right because his clothes looked like he'd been on the ground. So that's right. He was brawling and getting his ass whooped. That's why he was on the ground all the time. That's why his clothes were so dirty. Whatever. But the Brooklyn Brawler might be the boat. So Barry Horowitz is the boat. And the Brooklyn Brawler is the second boat. Now, I'm done with my boat list. And like I said, anybody who wants to smoke or want to dispute my boats, or if you want to go back and listen to my Heartbreak one and dispute my GOAT, you can try it all. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. If you know me, you can text me. You can call me. If you want, I can come to your house. Like I said, you can be a guest on the podcast. Whatever you want to do, however you want to smoke, if you want to debate, I'm undefeated. I'm the GOAT of the smoke. You know what I mean? I'm the smoke GOAT. That's who I am. So if you want to smoke, if you want to challenge me, you can come on with it, and you sure gonna get it. That's for sure, okay? So now, before I end this podcast episode, I just want to give a shout out to PressPassion.com. PressPassion.com, that's a company that's run by one of my friends from back in the day. And she's a wonderful person, and she runs her own company. It's called PressPassion.com, and she does salon quality press-on nails. They press on nails, they salon quality, they hand paint it, and you can get them within 2 to 4 days of shipping. It's very durable, they reusable, so you can reuse them. You can check it out on the website, PressPassion.com. She's also on Instagram, PressPassion on Instagram. Look it up. The nails is cool. I looked at them. I don't wear them because I'm a man. But I looked at them, and they got cool colors, and they look nice and shit, and she's a good person. So check them out. Show some love to PressPassion.com. And for y'all people who cannot comprehend what I'm saying, I'm going to spell it for you. Pressed, pressed, and then passion, PASSION.com. And she's on YouTube. Not YouTube. On Instagram. And you can go on Instagram and check her out, or you can go to PressPassion.com and check her out. So if you a woman that needs some press-on nails, or you need a real quick fix for the party tonight, or whatever the case may be, hit them up. 2 to 4 day shipping, and you can reuse them, rewear them. They nice, and show some love. That's all I'm saying. Just show some motherfucking love. You know what I mean? And for all you podcast fans, remember. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your sisters, tell your brothers, tell them roaches in your house. I know you got roaches. Tell them fucking roaches and the mice in your fucking house to listen to the Lisper Podcast. And I'm out. I'll holler at you next time. Peace.